Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Kay here, and today I'm here to share with you the third in the series 12 weeks to Christmas, and it's an event that's going on Create with Scrimping Mommy, and Scrimping Mommy provides on a Monday digital papers for everyone just to make a project with it, a Christmas themed project with a view to enhancing our stash and giving us things that we can utilise at Christmas. I've got a flashing something on my screen here. I hope it's nothing detrimental. But anyway, yes, which will take us up to Christmas and improve our stash and that kind of thing. If you're a journal maker, the project that I'm sharing today would suit you very well. If you like very easy, straightforward projects, it will suit you very well. There is fussy cutting involved in the papers. This is what I've got left of the kit this time, and it amounts to 3 pages. You have one background, which is this plaid affair, which is very, very lovely. It's quite dark, but that's not a detraction from how things turn out using it. Then there's a page with the little girl and the little girl, the books and the poinsettia. And there's a subsequent page that has got 3 tags on it, 2 of which are quite large and 1 which is quite small. But as it's only shared within the group, I didn't want to put too much emphasis on this. You really must be a member of the group until such times as these digitals appear on Amanda's Ko-fi site to take advantage of this 12-week event, and it really is turning into such a joy. Now, yesterday I was doing a little bit of YouTube watching, as I do periodically. It's never very much these days, so apologies to people. You know, I watch what I can, but life can be busy, and so I tend to just get on with things as I say, as best I can. But I was watching Yvonne Preston, who is a prolific crafter, makes wonderful journals and editions for journals, ephemera, you name it. And she just shared something. It's not new. It really isn't new, but some things serve as a reminder, and I remember this from quite a while back. And it is a trifold affair. Now, this is just an ordinary piece of copier paper, as straightforward as it comes. I've made a hem, if you like, using a sewing term here, which is approximately 1.5 inches deep, and that goes the whole length of the short side of the paper. So if you were having your A4 sheet in front of you, it would be that long side there. This you need to cut off, or you can use it to reinforce the base of the project. It's entirely up to you. And then you fold in the top corners like so. Now, all of this I did by eye, so I can't share with you measurements or anything like that, but it really is, if you take that corner and take it down so that you've got a nice finish at the top here, that's all you do on either side. And then again by eye, fold one side into the center, and whatever is left you then fold over the other way, and that is the holder. And it's as basic and as simple as that. The rest of it is all down to decoration. So that was my inspiration for using this week 3 of the 12 weeks of Christmas. And this is the project that evolved from that, and I am absolutely thrilled with it. I knew the papers would lend themselves to this project just looking at them, because there are lots of components, lots of things that fit together really, really well, and I just ran with it basically. Now it will fit into a pocket in a journal. I have not cut anything off the length of this because the tags involved are actually quite sizable, but if you had smaller tags they would fit into this and you would be able to cut off the bottom and use that for a belly band to keep everything that's in it together. So if I go through what's happened here, this is the belly band. Oops, that's got to go there. And it just wraps around the folder. It can be as narrow or as deep as you prefer. I wanted it to be quite sizable because having cut out the poinsettia and then put on the gold glitter card, I wanted that to sit nicely on the belly band. I've got a little bit of punch snowflake here, and I wanted to put it on here because I've put it on the front cover of the little envelope affair. Plain, well, I was going to say plain on the back because I'd forgotten. I have put a Merry Christmas from the kit that is on one of the pages, just cut it out, put it on the mirror board and anchored it down. I've used the plaid paper because I did want it to be in keeping with everything else that's going on, but actually if you chose a piece of cardstock that matched one of the colours within the actual base of the project, you'd be just as easily pleased, I'm sure. What I did was printed out 2 sheets of the plaid and then 1 sheet each of the other pieces. The miniature tag here is also a part of the kit, and I've just threaded through some baker's twine, and it's got that little gold fleck going through it. I've put on a little bit of the mirror board, a little bit of the crystal stickles, because that's what I like to do. It's not for everyone, but you know, for me personally, I love it. And then I had this ribbon from, oh gosh, maybe 3 years ago that I got at the range, 3 or 4 years, pre-COVID definitely. And just because it's got that little bit of gold edging on it, it suited this situation really, really nicely. If I open it out, you can see what I mean about the center here. What I did on this center panel, because it is going to be seen from the crossover affair, I wanted that to be festive too. So I haven't actually, you could if you wanted to paper that, all of it right the way down through, and you probably need 3 sheets of the plaid if that's what you wanted to do. And then I've actually glued these corners down to strengthen, because where the crossover occurs is obviously where you tuck in your tags or what have you, so you want that to be really nicely reinforced. Totally plain on the back because I've decorated the back of the belly band and a tag goes in the back here. It all fits together really, really well. So if I put the belly band back on like so, it's not reinforced in any way, but what I did do was not trim anything off. The join for the belly band is under here, and I've used that as almost a double layer on the front to reinforce. And then there are 3 tags that fit inside. This is the first one, and all again I've done is use some American cardstock in a brown colour. the gold mirror board around the edge, some stickles. The design of the tag is purely and simply enough on its own. You don't need a whole lot of other things to lift it up. So, you know, that is one of the glories of this. It really is so festive in its own right. I've not inked around it. I've literally cut it out, matte and layered, and then added my stickles and mirror board and the ribbon and the little jingle bell here on a bulb pin, and that just completes that glorious tag, and I am so pleased with it. Plain on the back, so you could add paper here and use it to write a festive message on. It's entirely up to you. And that one fits in the back area of the holder. Then the second one I've done here is again the larger of the tags, same little Christmas bell on the top. I've used the miniature tag, layered it up as I have throughout with the other one on the front. I had this lovely wooden sentiment here, and I just put some of the stickles over that, just on the top, to make it look as if it was resting on the top of the wordage. Again, mirror card and the gold stickles, or crystal stickles, sorry, in the very centre of the poinsettia, and it just lifts it up and makes it so pretty and so festive. And that one fits in the front here. You may well see a little bit of it because I have left kind of a border here, as did Yvonne, just to give you that layered look of the front of the project. Excuse my dog again, he's having a good old clean up over there, but he's quite noisy with it. Now you remember, you've got nothing in the bottom here to hold it together, so when it comes to placing the belly band, you need it to be firmly in place, not so tight that it's difficult to slide up and down or take off the project, but you do need it to be snug around the whole of the project. And then this one is the back tag, which is the smallest tag. I've not put the little Christmas bell in here because clearly with it being on the back it's non-essential. And again, just the mirror board and the brown American cardstock. The ribbon, I've obviously put a grommet within the top of the tag for strengthening purposes, not for any other purpose. And then that slots in there quite nicely, so all the way around it's very effective. And then the Merry Christmas I've made a banner of for the back of the tag holder, or whatever you want to call it. It's such a versatile thing, and I was so taken with it because it literally takes minutes to form, and then you've got lots and lots of time to decorate it in any way that you like. So, you know, I hope you're inspired and you feel you would like to have a try using the kit primarily. But once you've got the way of it, it would suit so many different themes, and I think be quite an asset to your overall making library, as I like to call it. Very posh, you know. But anyway, all I've used is Yoo-hoo glue to anchor everything down. It's quite sizable, but if you cut off that bit at the bottom, if you've got smaller tags, then it needn't be an issue. I think it would still fit into let me see if I've got one here again. Oops, a DL envelope, albeit snugly. You probably wouldn't want to put the jingle bells on it, but for postage it needn't cost an arm and a leg to go out to friends or like-minded crafters. So I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough of this lovely little project. I will myself definitely go on and make more. I've got lots and lots of papers that I know will lend itself to this particular project very, very well. So thank you for joining me for this little third episode in the 12 weeks leading up to Christmas projects from Scrimping Mummy. I will link Amanda's channel below. Happy crafting everyone, have fun. Bye bye for now.